Warning: the following video has not been approved by the Comic Code Authority and is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Comic Assassin. I hope all of y'all are doing well. It is Friday. It already feels like Saturday for me for some reason. I don't know, but it's not. So hope all of y'all have a great weekend planned. Anyway, today I want to do just a quick little comic book review for two new books that came out this week. Both of them are indies, and we're going to start off with The Secret Land #1. Alright, and this is from Christopher Emgard and Tomas Ara. I know I'm screwing up. Anything that has an asterisk, you know I'm going to screw up. So yeah, let's just jump into it. Basically, it starts off kind of like a love story. It's about these two guys, not these two guys, but these two people, guy and a girl. They're sitting there. They're having kind of a romantic talk. They know they're about to separate. Apparently, she's a spy, and I'm assuming he's in the military. And it's really confusing at first too, because I don't know who the narrator is. There's some that's in yellow. There's some that's in purple. You don't know if he's. I don't know. It's weirdly set up. I have a feeling this is one that if you do read, you'll probably have to read it twice. But then again, you might be smarter than me, and it only might take you only once. Who knows? Anyway, they're embarking on their separate quests. And basically, I guess she teaches him how to say "I love you" in Russian, or German, not Russian. Anyway, then it shows him, rolling up on the shore of Japan, and all crap breaks loose. They're under fire, and basically something happens, and I'm assuming it's the same guy. He's pretty much sitting there laying to die, right? And the last thing he says is that I'm gonna mess this word up, but it's AISHITERU. Shitteroo. Right, so Shitteroo. Anyway, I don't know if it's the exact same time as she senses it or what, but she wakes up. So once again, she's a spy, and she's on this craft, and they're on this secret mission, and basically here they are, and they're traveling to this, what they're calling the end of the world. So it's this crazy bunker on the outskirts of nowhere. And this is, Hitler's supposed to be dead, everything else, but apparently this place is a Nazi stronghold, right? And they're still fighting the fight, right? But there's this machine that they're trying to get working. And I guess that's basically why she's there. Still kind of unclear. Basically, she's talking to, I guess, one of the doctors. She's talking to one of the doctors, and then the general or whoever comes in. He's not too happy about there's been no progress of getting this thing working. And so, because he's mad, he's like, try again, what's going on? Basically, he gets tired of it, and he puts a hole in one of the doctor's head, right? Takes her out. All of a sudden, the machine starts working, right? So something about the murder, the blood, I don't know what it was, but something got the machine working. If it's actually a machine, it looks machine-like, but anyway, apparently, I guess the guy does survive, the one who got shot. And he's sitting there, and he kind of wakes up, he has this feeling about her. I guess he thinks that she's dead. I don't know. Once again, you have to read this one twice. Anyway, back to with her, she's having this vision of this thing basically kind of coming to life. You see all these bodies kind of laying around it and whatnot. And next thing, but it freaks her out. She's like, I don't care. Basically, she's like, I don't care if my cover's blown. This has to be known about, like, now. So she does sneak into one of the radio rooms, and she makes the call. So to the British whaler, she gives her name, her service number. Basically, it's a baseline out of Antarctica, so that's where it is. And whoever she was calling to gets it. And they're like, you're not going to believe this. And the end. Overall, to me, it was an interesting read. I do kind of want to check out issue number 2. It is a miniseries. It's 1 of 4. I kind of wish... I don't know, but since it is a miniseries, I wish it was a little bit more easy to understand. There wasn't a lot of action in the first one, but I guess we'll have to see what issue number 2 is. So it wasn't bad. It's definitely kind of has the mystery horror kind of element to it, which is kind of my thing. But then again, I just don't know. So yeah, it's worth checking out. Now the next one is Bunny Mask. Right. This is an Aftershock book. This is number 1. Paul Tobin, Andrea Muti, and Taylor Esposito. This starts off in the past, right? So 14 years ago, basically there's a little girl, and who apparently is her dad taking a chisel to her mouth. Now whether he's taking her teeth fully out, breaking them, I don't know. Brutal out the freaking gates, right? Here's his dad chiseling the teeth out. Anyway, then comes some of our other main characters. Basically, this guy and this girl, they're basically with essentially child services, essentially, something like that. And they're there to check on this girl. I guess her name is B Thompson. Is that right? No, B Foster. And they're wanting to check on her because apparently she hasn't been at school. Anyway, they knock on the door, and the dad gives him a solid greeting, takes the woman right out, stabs her, knocks him out, and then basically, I guess, takes their car with the woman, drives it off a cliff, and the dude wakes up knocked out, but he's in a cave. Right? And the dad's like, welcome to the Snitches Cave. So basically says, I've been digging here for years, digging my way to the truth of the mountain. And B, the girl who they were there to check out, is there. She looks like she still has her teeth, but her mouth is all bloody. And basically, they talk about the snitch. We don't know what the snitch is. But, the woman, or the girl says that, it whispers my daddy. Sometimes I hear it. So I hear the noises, whatever. Anyway, the guy's like, dig, because your life depends on it. I'm tired. You're doing the digging now. So him and B do all this digging. Then all of a sudden, B's not there anymore. And the guy gets the feeling that B has been killed. I guess basically the mother had been killed too. That's something else that I think you do find out. Anyway, it goes through the whole progress. And he's there for like almost a month, digging. Then finally, he opens up a hole, and it opens up into this cave. And in this cave, you see these carvings, and kind of like these bunny rabbit carvings. And all of a sudden, once he finds it, boom, dude gets shot in the leg. And it's the dad. The dad pretty much, shot him in the leg. And then all of a sudden, there's all this blood and commotion. You get this little mysterious person in the background. Starts creeping in. And anyway, she's running off. Where is that guy? She takes out the dad, essentially. But she goes to help the wounded person by licking his leg. right? She licks his leg, and then all of a sudden he wakes up. He wakes up like, just, I guess, you don't know necessarily what happened. Anyway, then it fast travels to 14 years later, and basically it's the same dude, and he's going to this art museum. I don't know if it's with his girlfriend or what. I'd have to recheck on that. But anyway, he's in this art museum, and all of a sudden, all the art and stuff are these like bunny rabbits related, and he's like, what? Like it rings too much of a bell. Like, this has something to do with what I experienced 14 years ago. And then all of a sudden, the artist comes up, and sure enough, it turns out that it is B. Alright, so the girl that he met 14 years ago is doing all this artwork. And they're sitting there talking, they're exchanging notes, everything else. Then it goes back to the Foster house, right? The house where all this stuff happened many, many years ago. And there's this old cop and this younger person talk about, I can't understand of why we kept on looking for a cave, but we never found a cave. So basically they're walking through, and the younger cop actually falls through the floor, and I guess the cave was underneath the house. So apparently they did a crap job of looking for the cave. So they're going and they're looking at this cave. It looks like there's a map like carved in the wall. Looks like there's all these mouths as cave openings. Which me, if you know me personally, like, I do a lot of stuff in caves sometimes, and you do see some freaky stuff with formations in caves. But what's crazy is the very end, they actually find these corpses, and the corpses are like all mummified, right? And one of them, they said, "Oh my God, that's B. Foster." So how is the girl dead and still in the cave, but yet she's out making art amongst the living? Very interesting. I really enjoyed this one. This is one that I'm definitely going to be picking up issue number 2. And just see where it goes. Aftershock is usually a company that usually comes up with pretty good work. And I liked number 1. So there you go. Bunny Mask. Alright, y'all. Just a quick one. I know I have a lot of time today, so I kind of ran through it. But it was kind of either a now or never. And I'm trying my hardest to make sure I get one video out a day for the month of June. But with that being said, y'all, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. Let me know what you think about these books. Did you pick them up? If you read them, what'd you think? Etc. And with that being said, y'all have a great weekend. And come check me out tomorrow. Alright, peace.